Hello, friends. Welcome back to Global English Guide. I'm Liam, and today I'll share 50 short, helpful English sentences for your daily work habits. People who speak English every day use these a lot. For each one, I'll explain when to use it, and then you can repeat after me. As always, I'll talk slowly and use easy words so you can follow along. Let's begin. Okay, first, let's look at things people do at work each day. Here's the first one. I turn on my laptop when I get there. I turn on my laptop when I get there. This is usually the first thing we do when we arrive. It means we sit at our table, start the laptop, and get ready for the day's tasks. It shows we're starting work. Now you repeat. I turn on my laptop when I get there. Great. Here's the next one. I look at the group plan every morning. I look at the group plan every morning. Many jobs or schools have a shared plan online. We use this to check for meetings, deadlines, or big events. It's a habit that keeps us on track. Now say it. I look at the group plan every morning. Nice job. Here's another one. I reply to important messages first. I reply to important messages first. This means we start the day by answering the most urgent notes, the ones needing a fast reply. We do this before other jobs to avoid missing anything. Now you repeat. I reply to important messages first. Well done. Here's the next one. I make a hot tea before I begin. I make a hot tea before I begin. This is a common start for many, including me. It means we like a warm drink, like tea or coffee, to kick off the day. It helps us feel awake and ready. Now you repeat. I make a hot tea before I begin. Perfect. Now, here's the next sentence. I check my notes from yesterday. I check my notes from yesterday. We say this when we look back at what we wrote or did the day before. It helps us pick up where we left off and keep going smoothly. Now you repeat. I check my notes from yesterday. Good work. Here's the next one. I update my task list during the day. I update my task list during the day. A task list reminds us of our jobs. This means we add new tasks or mark some as done as the day moves along. It's a way to stay in charge. Now you repeat. I update my task list during the day. Nice. Here's the next one. I take quick rests to stay alert. I take quick rests to stay alert. Working nonstop for hours can make us tired or lose focus. This means we pause briefly. Now you repeat. I take quick rests to stay alert. Good. Here's the next one. I answer all notes by midday. I answer all notes by midday. This is part of a good habit. It means we try to reply to all messages before lunch. Now you repeat. I answer all notes by midday. Awesome. Here's the next one. I look at my weekly aims. I look at my weekly aims. It's good to have goals for the week, things to finish by the end. This means we take time, maybe daily or weekly, to see how we're doing. Now you repeat. I look at my weekly aims. Great job. Now, let's move to the rest of your workday. In this part, I'll share sentences about what people do during the day and before leaving. These are useful for talking about meetings, messages, breaks, or planning ahead. Here's the first one. I join our morning team chat at 10 a.m. I join our morning team chat at 10. Many jobs have a short video or phone talk in the morning. This means you join at 10 a.m. to share plans or updates. Now you repeat. I join our morning team chat at 10. Well done. Here's the next one. I set aside time for quiet work. I set aside time for quiet work. This is handy. Sometimes we need calm moments to think or finish big tasks. This means you plan a part of the day with no talks, just focused work. Now you repeat. I set aside time for quiet work. Excellent. Now here's the next one. I finish my reports before eating. I finish my reports before eating. This means you like to write key papers, like summaries, in the morning. It frees up the afternoon for other things. Now you repeat. I finish my reports before eating. Great. Here's the next one. I send updates after every talk. I send updates after every talk. After a meeting, it's nice to send a quick note to your boss or team. You might share decisions or next steps. Now you repeat. I send updates after every talk. Good job. Here's the next one. I walk outside during lunch. I walk outside during lunch. Sitting too long can make you feel sleepy. This means you step out for fresh air or a short walk during your break. It's good for you. Now you repeat. I walk outside during lunch. Nice. Here's the next one. I silence my phone during talks. I silence my phone during talks. Alerts from messages or calls can distract us. This means you quiet them during meetings to listen better. Now you repeat. I silence my phone during talks. Well done. Here's the next one. I check my progress in the afternoon. I check my progress in the afternoon. In the afternoon, you pause to see what's done and what's left. This keeps you organized and on time. Now you repeat. I check my progress in the afternoon. Good. Here's the next sentence. I focus on one job when it's busy. I focus on one job when it's busy. Doing many things at once means mistakes. This means when work is full, you pick one task to avoid errors. Now you repeat. I focus on one job when it's busy. Nice work. Here's the next one. I save key files to the web. I save key files to the web. The web means online storage like cloud space or SaveBox. This means you keep files there so they're safe if your laptop fails. Now you repeat. I save key files to the web. Well done. Here's the next one. I answer chats before the day ends. I answer chats before the day ends. Before you stop, you check messages and reply to people. This shows you care about others. Now you repeat. I answer chats before the day ends. Good. Here's the next one. I tidy my table in the afternoon. I tidy my table in the afternoon. This means you spend a few minutes cleaning your desk, like tossing papers or fixing items. A neat space helps you think clear. Now you repeat. I tidy my table in the afternoon. Well done. Here's the next one. I check tomorrow's plan before going. I check tomorrow's plan before going. Before you leave, you look at what's next, like meetings or tasks. Now you repeat. I check tomorrow's plan before going. Nice. Here's the next one, and it's really useful. I write down what I did today. I write down what I did today. This means you make a short list of your day's work, maybe in a book or app. It tracks your progress. Now you repeat. I write down what I did today. Good job. Here's the next one. I plan my points for tomorrow's talk. I plan my points for tomorrow's talk. You make a short list of ideas for a meeting. This makes you feel ready to speak. Now you repeat. I plan my points for tomorrow's talk. Well done. Now, here's the next one. I close my work apps at 5 p.m. I close my work apps at 5. This means you stop using email or chat apps at 5 p.m. It helps you take a break. Now you repeat. I close my work apps at 5. Good. Here's the next one. I say bye to my team before leaving. I say bye to my team before leaving. Whether you're in the office or online, it's kind to wave goodbye to your group. It's friendly. Now you repeat. I say bye to my team before leaving. Well done. Here's the next one. I clear my screen and shut tabs. I clear my screen and shut tabs. This means you fix your computer screen, close extra pages, and organize files for tomorrow. Now you repeat. I clear my screen and shut tabs. Nice. Here's the next one. I head home around 5:30 daily. I head home around 5:30 daily. This means you usually finish and leave at the same time each day. It's your regular end. Now you repeat. I head home around 5:30 daily. Perfect. Here's the next one. I take the same ride home. I take the same ride home. This means you use the same bus or train to get home every day. It's part of your trip. Now you repeat. I take the same ride home. Well done. Here's the next one. I skip work notes after 6. I skip work notes after 6. This means you stop checking job messages after 6 p.m. It keeps work and home time apart. Now you repeat. I skip work notes after 6. Good. Now in this part, I'll share sentences about small work habits. These keep us healthy, focused, and neat, like drinking water, checking messages, or joining lessons. They make a good daily plan. Here's the first one. I pack lunch from home most days. I pack lunch from home most days. This means you usually cook your meal at home and bring it. It saves money and is healthier. Now you repeat. I pack lunch from home most days. Perfect. Here's the next one. I drink water often to feel good. I drink water often to feel good. This means you sip water during the day. It keeps you awake and happy, especially during long hours. Now you repeat. I drink water often to feel good. Nice. Here's the next one. I quiet my phone during focus time. I quiet my phone during focus time. This means you turn off sounds when you need to concentrate. It stops distractions. Now you repeat. I quiet my phone during focus time. Well done. Here's the next one. I join learning sessions every Friday. I join learning sessions every Friday. This means you attend a class or talk every Friday to learn new things for your job. Now you repeat. I join learning sessions every Friday. Great. Here's the next one. I avoid fun apps at work. I avoid fun apps at work. This means you skip sites like Snapchat or video play during work to stay on task. Now you repeat. I avoid fun apps at work. Well done. Here's the next one. I set time for small jobs. I set time for small jobs. Small jobs are things like forms or quick replies. This means you plan a spot in your day for them. Now you repeat. I set time for small jobs. Good. Here's the next one. I share my free times for next week. I share my free times for next week. This means you tell your team when you're open next week for meetings. Now you repeat. I share my free times for next week. Well done. In this part, I'll teach sentences for the end of the workday. These are little steps like saving files, setting reminders, or turning off lights. They help us end calmly and neat. Here's the first one. I move my legs every hour. I move my legs every hour. Sitting too long can tire your body. This means you stand or walk a bit each hour to stay fresh. Now you repeat. I move my legs every hour. Here's the next one. I turn off my laptop the right way. I turn off my laptop the right way. Instead of just closing it, you save your work and shut it down properly. Now you repeat. I turn off my laptop the right way. Great job! Here's the final one. I switch off the room lights before going. I switch off the room lights before going. This means you're the last to leave and turn off the lights. Now you repeat. I switch off the room lights before going. Well done. And that's it for today. You've learned 50 real English sentences for your work days. Try listening again, repeat them, and picture using them in your own life. The more you say them, the easier they'll feel. This is Global English Guide, and I'm Liam. Keep learning, keep talking, and always believe in yourself. Bye for now.